Oh, all right. Let's see. Day 5, 4, something like that. Video 4, something. I don't even know. Lost track. I don't even know what day it is. God, I love unemployment. All right, here we go. Got this guy back on last night. Got these guys set down. I'm about to torque them down. Got the torque sequence going on here. It's a D16 Z6. So of course I'm going to do 30 and then followed by 73 in this particular order. Yeah, and then after I get those guys on, I can get the camshaft in there and yada yada yada. So let's go ahead and get that started. I got everything all torqued down. It pretty should look the same. I don't know why it would look different. Got this guy on there. I think I'm ready to drop the cam in there, put a little assembly lube on there, and call her good. Greasy. Alright, so got that camshaft back in there. And I'm all timed up down the bottom down here, you can see. Lined up nice and good. Then up here on the D16 Z6, you're basically paying attention to the up mark. And then the down there, let's see if I can see it. That line has to line up with that little triangular piece right there in between the two bolts. See the line on the crank? The Z16 Z6, that has to line up. You don't pay attention to the marks on the upper part. If you look over here, I can prove that. D16 Z6, boom. See how they're off from the top of the head there? That's where you mark it. Alright, time belt's on. Just gotta hit the tensioner up. And then I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do next. Probably take a break. Alright, so now I got everything ready to get this guy timed up. I'm gonna go ahead and put the rocker arm so I have some tension on it so I can push this forward and whatnot. Stop this thing flying around on me. Because she likes to sit there and flap. So yeah, good rocker arm next. I'm gonna do assembly lube the parts that are gonna be, I just do a little bit on all of them because why not, but definitely want to make sure that you get the main guys there. Kind of got the rocker arm back on. I haven't tightened anything down yet. I spent the last, I don't know, 45 minutes, hour trying to get this thing lined up. These posts over here at these guys first. I ended up having to take the top off, which is fine. I kind of wanted to clean it, which I did. I just didn't want to clean it on the rocker arm assembly. But I couldn't get these bolts to go back in. Struggled. I got a couple in and I just said whatever. But I think what happens is these guys, these ports get in the way. All I did was go like this a couple times and they all just fell right down in there. So whatever tension was on there because of that, the rocker arm being, just needed to be wiggled a little bit, I guess. So yep, all right, moving right along and start torquing these guys down. The torque sequence on this is very nicely put, that they have the distributor over here, so I get to figure out that 1 is actually 1, not 1, whatever. Thanks Honda for printing that backwards. Alright, rocker arms back on, all torqued down. Now I'm going to, I got a little bit of slack here. Maybe I should show what I'm looking at, huh? So it's pretty tight. I'm gonna double check that. I'm gonna button this side up and then I'm gonna tension that guy down. Got some sensors I gotta put back in here, so we'll go ahead and do that. Alright, got buttoned up, that guy in there. I'm about to throw the distributor on, paying attention to the fact that spark plug number 1. Make sure my rotor's set up so that it's on number 1. So that when I put it in there, this is not 180 degrees out. Because those little guys go into a little clip on the end of that thing. And if it's backwards, it'll be 180 degrees out. So I gotta make sure that this dude is pointed at the number 1. Yeah, that's that. Alright, got the distributor on. Everything's plugged in, back to go. That side, still have to tension this. But then after that, like, rocker arm or valve, I guess I'm gonna have to do the old yeah, valve clearance. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I got this guy nice and tensioned, super taut here. Again, it helps if you see what I'm talking about. It's pretty tight there. It's looser on this side. It's all tensioned down. Yeah, I think it's yeah, it's that time. Alright, so I took a break and I decided I don't want to do this right now. So what I'm going to do is do the throttle body, button everything up back here, get all the gas lines all hooked up and everything ready to go. Make sure my alternator is nice and tight, which I believe it to be. But alright, throttle body time. I mean intake manifold time. So I was thinking about this TPS sensor. I was doing a bunch of reading on it and everything, and I just am not comfortable using the brand new TPS sensor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to record the values off the old one, get it a little cleaned up, and get it off there and put it on here. Because I'm just not confident. Too much variance in online. Alright, so I got the old, I got to use my sweet little wire harness pigtail thing, whatever, adapter. Got this guy going. Keep settling back at 986. Thank you. And that's what I had before. And that's what these guys are saying. Multimeter 1 and 2. 1 and 2. There's ohms. I'm recording the measurement value. I'm going to record the measurement value right now. I mean, you get the point. I already cut the slits in it. I almost started taking it off and I remembered I should probably get a new reading for that. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this guy off and I'm going to take that guy off. Alright, so 20 minutes of messing around, trying to get it to that one. Forget it, close enough. Alright, so now I can put this thing on the car. Alright, first things first, got intake gasket, but this one comes from that one. I have the Beck Arnley one on there. It's brand new. And I've noticed that this one is recessed. As far as this goes, this is on the inside. It sticks out, but on the outside it sticks in. So I'm thinking, why not double down? I don't know. Take a look on the internet, see if anybody else does it. And I'm just gonna do the one gasket. Fuck it. It's not warped enough to do it. I looked online. It's not milled, but it's not warped, so I'm gonna go with that. There's a little oil on the inside. Maybe I have to wipe that down real quick. Yeah, first things first, I gotta get this this here blowhole thing put on. I gotta just clean this dude out, so go ahead and get that done. Woo! Oh man, did I get some stuff done. Alright, the intake manifold is 100% on there. Get the fuel lines. Found this at the junkyard a while back, and I wondered what the hell it was. And I looked up the name of it, and it turns out it's 2 heavy powered magnets that keep fuel. Apparently it keeps metal chunks or something stuck in the thing. Anyways, I've been wanting to throw it on there because it costs like 50 bucks or something like that. Brand new, and I found it at the junkyard. They didn't know what it was, so they just gave it to me. Anyways, so fuel's on, sensors are all plugged back in, brake booster, fuel return. Let's see what else. I put these guys on, these funny little brass things. They're actually valve caps, valve cover, some gold, fancy gold ones I got a long time ago that didn't work. But I just kept them around anyways. But I thought that was kind of funny. Throw them on there. It didn't quite fit, so I had to put a nut underneath them, the OEM nut, and then put those on top. The bar is going to be going across them, so you can't even tell anyways. But power steering, got it back on. The belt, even though I looked up online, the same belt number fits both of them, it totally didn't fit this one. So it went back in the box, going back to Amazonion, along with a bunch of other shit. False. Anyways, so I'm gonna go ahead and tighten this guy down. Got it all tensioned up here, so there's plenty of slack. There isn't plenty of slack right there. Yeah, I think I'm trying to figure out. This is obviously a lot larger than the intake. I don't think I'm gonna be able to squeeze this dude down here. I might have to go to Home Depot or something and get back out. I don't know why the fuck, because I don't think that's gonna squeeze on there. It might squeeze in there. Maybe I'll get it in there. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to figure out something. I think this is a 2.5 inch coupler, so I might have to go find 3 to 2.5 or something. Might be going back to the hardware store again today. I don't think I'm gonna get this thing started up, but I basically want to get it completely wrapped up, with the exception of the rocker arm valve adjustment. Just because I want to save that for last. I don't know why, but I want to make sure that I've got everything going exactly where I need it to. This dude's looking good, looking ready. I think I still have to tighten these guys down. I can't remember. Yeah, all right, so I'm gonna figure some other stuff out here. All right, so I've got everything down to, I just want to put the air intake on, and I'm thinking all I have is 2 inch, or 2.5, but this guy fits perfectly in there, like that, like perfectly. So what I'm thinking is, while I'm waiting for a new one of these guys to show up, a 3 inch or 2 inch, I can cut a little piece off of this guy and shove the whole thing right directly in there. It's going to be held on by this too, and I'm not driving anywhere, so it doesn't really matter. I just want to get the engine running. I don't want anything getting sucked in there. So I think that's what I'm going to do. For now, it's just shove this guy in here and shove that guy in there. Alright, so just got back from the store for the second time, hardware store. They did not have a 3 to 2.5 inch. I didn't think they did. They had 3 to 1.5 inch, 3 to 2 inch, 3 to 3, 3 to 3.5. Fucking whatever. So I guess I'm just gonna have to do what I thought I was gonna do, which is pretty much what I did, but decided I'd try the hardware store anyways. But so I'm gonna do that when I get around to it. But right now, I'm gonna get the exhaust on there. But I have to deal with this broken bolt. I've had it soaking in PB Blaster all morning, so shouldn't be too hard to come off there. I can dig that one out. Well, I brought it outside and I torched it, and I did damn near everything I could. The other bolts came right off, no problem. This guy is not working for me. Not working with me, rather. So I'm just gonna let it sit here, let it chill, keep throwing some liquid wrench on it, and hopefully sooner or later it'll come undone. Actually, this guy, it is pretty much buttoned up. I just need to add some fluids and whatnot and do the thing, but I want to get the exhaust on. It's all gonna be tomorrow. I'm just gonna call it a night. I've been down here for quite a few hours. It's been a stressful day, so I'm gonna call it. Yeah, I got a lot done here. Tomorrow is going to be button up and started up. So, yeah. Oh, another day. Oh, another problem. Another project. Oh, man. For the good to go. All right. A little bit of thought last night. I'm going to try and get that bolt out, but that's my main goal for today. Valve stem adjustments. Alright, so I was going to do this guy. I actually did do this guy. If you'll notice, those bolts are way out. Something is amiss here. When I went to go doing these guys, these dudes had so much play in them that you could have fit like a quarter and a dime under them. I did them just to see where they would end up at, and that's how high up they are. You'll notice they're backed way out farther than what they should be. The exhaust side seemed pretty close to pre-tear down. It was the intake side that was just way off. So I feel like there's something way wrong here. Looking at this stuff, I may have taken the intake rocker or the camshaft holder bolts. When I took them out, I might have dislodged the intake rocker shaft. I've been looking all morning for Googling it in every different way I could possibly think of to Google it. Apparently nobody's ever had this problem. So I put it out there to the Facebook world. In the meantime, I'm working on this exhaust bolt. Just managed to Dremel it off. This guy right here. Dremel that much off. Put a little indent in it. I'm going to start tap magicking it out of there because you know, I can only spend so many hours on a rusted bolt before it's time to just drill it the fuck out. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Whew. All right, that was only about half an hour. Huh. Just noticing that. Wonder what's up with that. Megan Racing Header. Alright, well. Anyways, got it all drilled out. Ready for tapping and a new bolt in there. I don't know if I'm going to tap it or if I'm just going to put a double-sided bolt through it. Probably double-sided bolt through it. Some Loctite on one of them. So, yeah, alright, exhaust done. Alright, so after hours and hours of research, I'm getting absolutely nowhere. Common sense would dictate that regardless of where the rocker arm is, as long as that gap is set perfectly and the nuts are bolt, I mean, I don't see why it should matter. I don't think it's going to. In fact, I'm not even going to keep thinking about it. I've looked a couple places online. Some people even say that these should be flush, which is ridiculous. All the videos I see, they're all up like this. A lot of places have said that they do get worn down and that you have to adjust them anyways. So that kind of just leaves me with the thought that regardless of where they are in the process, as long as this space is good, should be good. That's a thumbs up. So, yeah, I guess I'm going to throw the exhaust on and fill this guy up with some fluids. That's about all I can do. Alright, got some coolant in there. It's not completely full. I'm going to need some more, but it'll be enough for right this second. I can always just add some distilled water. I've got like 15 gallons down there. Yeah, so valve cover's back on. What valve lashing issue? Coolant's back in. I got quite a bit of oil in there. I'd say at least 3/4 of that, dude, plus a bunch splashed all up on the top and down on everything. Rotated a bunch of times. Maybe 15 times I rotated the engine thoroughly. And hearing no noises, there's no binding or anything like that. The valves seem to be working perfect. So I went ahead and put the valve cover on. So now I'm just going to get this guy, get the exhaust on there and figure out what I'm going to do with the bolts for these guys. Because I got to, because I had to drill that sucker out. So now I'm going to figure out what to do with this. Alright, got everything buttoned up. Actually, I do need to plug this guy in. Aside from that, everything is ready to go. I'll deal with that in a second. I didn't put spark plugs in it because I want to crank it over a few times before I start it. My thing came. This guy's back on there. Everything should be good to go. Just one problem. My tire. I need to put my tire on. Went to look for it. Can't find it. Well, it's sitting right here. Uh-oh. I think it rolled out into the street and got picked up by the city. Because I've walked up and down, been across through all the bushes. I can't find it anywhere. I literally am missing a tire. So either it rolled out into the street, it's not in the back of my car, I looked. Either rolled out into the middle of the street and the city picked it up, or rolled out in the street, some random person picked it up. Either way, I don't have a fucking tire. Which is fine. I mean, I have the spare one in the corner. I don't really want to dig it out. And I have 4 new tires. What I'm concerned about is what the hell happened to it. I thought, oh, maybe I put it under my car or something. Nah. Shit is gone. I literally lost my tire to the world. Alright, well, I had planned on dropping it and pulling it out of the garage to turn it over for the first time. Just because, but it doesn't appear to be an option right now. I mean, it's an option, but I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to try and turn it over a couple times and hopefully it doesn't fall off the stands. Alright, first things first, let's try and prime the fuel pump. Don't hear any problems. Don't smell any problems. Let's see. Alright, so I do have a bit of a problem. Appears to just be loose on top here. Hopefully it didn't spray it everywhere. Looks like there's a little in there. I'll give it a minute, let it dry up. Alright, turn it over a couple times. Wasn't leaking any gas. Or did the, turn the fuel pump. Primed the fuel pump a couple times. Wasn't leaking any more gas, so I decided to crank it over a couple times. I'm getting good gas fumes from each 4 of the cylinders here. Turn it over a couple times, kind of get it going. I'm going to check my oil level here and put some spark plugs in it. Alright, I believe it has spark plugs in it. It has fuel, it has spark, has air. Hopefully the throttle position sensor doesn't fuck me over. Hopefully the valve stems don't fuck me over. I keep forgetting to plug this thing in. Alright, I'm going to plug this O2 sensor in and see if I can't turn this thing over. By the way, I have 1 and 2 fire extinguishers ready to go. Alright, let's fucking do this. Holy shit, that's so quiet! Yeah, I think I'm just burning a little residual oil on the manifold there, but wow. Yeah, I gotta set my idle and stuff, but dang. Oh, there's the fan kicking on. Just in time. Hey, y'all might want to see. Maybe I'll switch this to zoom the fuck in. I don't know if this 30 frames per second shit's gonna work with this. Nah, it's not gonna work. Take my word for it, man. That shit is timed perfect. Running perfect. Doesn't hear any valve noises. The only thing I can hear is a little bit of exhaust noise. A little bit of exhaust noise. Nothing crazy. Adjust that idle. Make sure it's nice and warmed up. I think I have a gasket problem down there. That 4-to-1 gasket. Usually making a farty noise. Yeah, it's on the side I drilled out. So I think I'm going to put another bolt on there and cinch that down. Aside from that, holy shit, let's see if I have any check engine lights, huh? Nope. Turn it off. Don't forget I got my little switch here. Nothing. Awesome. No check engine lights. I've only got the wrong size valve stems in there. I lost the tire somewhere along the line. Aside from that, fuck yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. Alright, I got some other things to button up here, but once this gets warmed up a little bit more, I'm gonna set the idle on this guy. Oh, this is such a huge relief. I'm sure you have every idea. Oh, all right. She's all buttoned up and purring purdy. Everything sounds great. Everything's idling perfectly. I haven't even messed with the idle yet. It just seems to be running good. I'm gonna let it do that for right this minute until I can get it out and do some highway temperatures as the torque. Spent like an hour looking for my tire. Even my dad spent like an hour walking up and down the road looking for my tire. Have no idea where my tire went. It just bugs me because I know I'm never gonna know. It doesn't matter what happened to it, but I would like to know if I left it outside, somebody walked off with it. Because last you see it, I'm working on the manifold right here earlier in the video, and it's sitting right there at this angle. So now it switched and it flew it off because it's not in my house. Or it went down there and somebody walked off with it. Either is. That is it for me today, and that is it for this engine rebuild. I'm gonna take the rest of the night off. Spend about an hour patting myself on the back. Then get a nice massage for patting myself on the back. Yeah, buddy. And then tomorrow morning, starting with the big brakes, suspension. Yeah, should be fun. Get some more stuff out of here, and then I can put my new tires. That's why I'm really not that worried about it. Just because I want to put suspension stuff on, so I can get the new tires on, so I can go and get an alignment done. Yeah, and then I can do my gas tank, which is sitting here waiting. So, yeah, bunch of videos to come. But thanks for watching these ones. And yep, still no tire. All right.